Blessings and greetings and blessings, blessed souls. We're alive because we're wanting to stay alive in this most existential of moments with the intent of connecting with Torah Chaim, instructions of life, Chesed, instructions of kindness, Torah Rachamim, instructions of mercies. This evening I was in the Gerlitz congregation in the Borough Park section of Brooklyn, New York. And as I was waiting for the evening prayers to commence, I took a rather superficial look at a teaching from the Alter Rebbe, the first Chabad Rebbe, Shneur Zalman of Liadi. And I thought this would be a way to reintroduce my efforts into sharing ideas taken from his essential, one of his seminal works, Likootay Torah. And by the way, I want to dedicate this humble presentation for the elevation soul of my dear mother-in-law, Ras Rivka Fortuna Aliyah Shalom Bas Daniel Alav Shalom, also my dear father who passed away 3 years ago. As of 2 days ago, it was the third anniversary of his Yortzeit, as we would say, or Yom Zikaron, Day of Remembrance. And lo and behold, the Alter Rebbe brings out in the Torah portion of Acharei Mot, to be more precise, ideas which are, or Torah concept relating to Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. So rather than just straight reading out the material, which might be a little bit too condensed for individuals, not in terms of just being too contracted or terse, but rather in the depth of the teaching, that I would try to anglicize some ideas in order to hopefully draw the listener or the future viewer of this humble effort to want to learn more about these teachings, these ideas, according to Torah's Chassidic Chabad. So here we go. We'll give it our best effort, and hopefully we'll end up with our segue ending small, as we like to do with our humble efforts here on whether YouTube or Facebook, whatever. Blessed souls consider a day, in other words, a specified time which penetrates all forms of space, wherever human beings dwell, which atones for our wrongdoings before Creator of all creation. Now, such a hallowed day, is surely connected with a sense of return, a return earmarked by the surging forward or upwardly back into our divine source, from where all of us were hewn out of or from once upon a time, or even before time, for that matter. When we merit such an experience, we are inwardly returning to a dimension within creation that preceded, currently precedes, and will always proceed into the eternal future, so deemed by our eternal Creator. This movement of us going back to our source precedes even all forms of cause and effect relationships, certainly before our blessed soul, which is our masculine dimension, was enclosed within our feminine dimension, our blessed body. What is being referred to is the return of soul essence to the source and root of all creation, the infinite one, blessed be He. I want to end up with one more point from three salient words, to hopefully ignite within those who will see this video eventually to consider learning more about three concepts as they exist in Hebrew, the Lashon HaKodesh, the Holy Tongue, and as they are also translated into English, namely the three following words which the Alter Rebbe strung together with one thread of godliness permeating each one of these three words. The first word is Hevel, or the breath, Halev, breath of the heart, Lahav is a flame. And what's interesting, blessed souls, is that all of these three words are constructed from the three identical letters, but the letters switched around. Hevel is Hey, Beis, Lamed. Halev is Hey, Lamed, Beis. And Lahav, flame, is Lamed, Hey, Beis. The breath of the heart is a flame. Think about it for a moment. The breath that is empowered by the beating of our heart can contain with it the flame of our love towards Creator, the flame of our love towards fellow human beings, the fear to separate ourselves at this level of microcosmic consciousness within our little brains, the fear of breaking relationships with those who we have encountered in the past or are encountering every day in the present stage of our lives, or in the future, whoever we'll encounter, we fear to break these relationships. If we can connect all of these ideas and tether them together at the doorpost of our destinies, perhaps we can find ourselves being energized by these ideas as offered to us by the Alter Rebbe, Rav Shneur Zalman Eliadi, and hopefully inspire us to go a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper into these matters. So at this point, I will wish everyone a good night. And hopefully all of us will continue to look into the deeper dimensions of creation before we start our mundane activities every morning. And when we start to engage in them, when we reach the climax of our whatever we have to accomplish outside of our own private environments, our homes, and come back to our house and regroup with ourselves and go back and remind ourselves at the doorpost to our destiny, which is unwritten. Only Creator knows what our destinies are, but we have to step into the future to embrace the doorpost of our destiny, bless his soul, by wanting to have the courage to open that door of opportunity to consider the breath of our heart as a flame, which can inflame us to conduct ourselves to be faithful stewards as part of the 7.5 billion human beings blazing and grazing with, and streaming and dreaming within creation in this generation for each and every nation in a way of a Havachad, one love, Gorel Echad, one destiny, Kulan of all of us, Badarchinam Darki Shalom, in a pleasant and peaceful way. I have to remind everyone, but I'll remind myself first before anyone. I've got to be good. You've got to be good. We've all got to be good. Because a teva tov leheti, which is the nature to do good, the Creator in His ultimate mercy waits ever so patiently for all of us to activate that goodness. And hopefully we'll end off right now with our segue ending smile. Take care, everyone.